now, we are in between performances. This is Saturday, and we have 3 shows today. We just finished our first one for about 4,000 people. Had a pretty good crowd for the noon show. We're in between the noon and the 4 show. We'll have a show here in about an hour or so, start up for a brand new batch of people. That's the cool thing, is that it's not the same audience each time. It's a different one that comes in and out. And so in a few minutes, we'll head on out on stage and do a little warm up, get all ready, get set, and then go get into our costumes, and then we're loading on stage. The curtain will come up, and we'll get started. So it's a quick process in between shows. You got to eat, got to get your costume, you got to make sure everybody's set where they need to be. And so it's this Saturday is usually back to back to back to back. There's not a free moment you have. And then this year we have a really awesome opportunity to have the All-American Marching Band performing with us. Purdue is the only Big Ten university that doesn't have a music school, but that doesn't stop us from having world-class musical organizations. And so when you can bring bands and orchestras and PMO together to perform one show, it's an incredible thing to be on stage and to feel for both departments. So we're really fortunate to have them this year with us, and we hope we'll be able to do it again, and to have brought Santa Claus out and the big bass drum, and to have the Golden Girl and all of the folks in the aisles. It was really a cool experience first show, and I'm looking forward to the next couple.
Bill came as director. He made it one of his top priorities is to reestablish a strong relationship with the Hall of Music. And that relationship is very important to us. It is the largest show that we independently produce during our, and we do 1,200 shows a year. But that particular show, the Christmas show, is the largest single one that we produce ourselves that we do. So it's a very important show. Always been an important show for us. And the fact that Bill, when he came, wanted to have it be more of a partnership versus a collaborative process versus I'm going to tell you how I want it done, do it that way. That meant a lot to go back and it's why basically I got involved with designing, because Bill knew I had a lot of history with the show, and I'm sort of like the historian of what all the different shows that we've done in the past, and so he wanted to tap that resource, and I appreciate that. That means a lot to me, and on a personal level, and then from the standpoint of the departments, it's a great collaborative relationship, and it's exactly what you look for when you're talking about how do groups come together and bring the strengths of all different organizations together and make something better. Because we're not singers, we're not designers that way. Bill's not a set designer or a lighting guy, but you put us all together, and I think we create a really neat show, a special show, a show that will hopefully entertain thousands of people and make them want to come back next year.
So being a student and also being in PMO is a challenge in itself, just simply because of time management. But we do it because we love it. But also, when it comes to Christmas show time, it's a whole new ball game. So we're for the several weeks before the show, we have rehearsals every single night for several hours, trying to refine this incredible show, this world-renowned show. But it doesn't come easy. We definitely have to put in a lot of work. So being a student, but also being in the Glee Club, has taught me wonderful time management skills, but it's also told me not to waste a minute of my time. I don't have a spare minute to waste. So any time that I have free, I'm working on something, and that's a really awesome thing to have and to learn here in college. Because a lot of students don't get that opportunity that PMO does force you to learn as a student. Christmas show takes up a lot of time in itself, but it's definitely a blast, and it's something that no one would trade for anything. The time that we spend here, we use it wisely, and there's not a wasted minute of our time while we're here. We're getting things, polishing, and getting us out as quickly as we can.
As a staff member, and I'm very aware of this, the stress that goes into being in the Christmas show and how much pressure everybody feels, not just from being in the show, but all the extra things that are happening in your life at Purdue while you're getting ready for finals. We're conscious of that, and we want the experience to be a positive one, and we want it to be, for some, it's a invigorating and somewhat life-changing experience for them. Some have never performed in a show that big, and seeing that curtain come up the first time with 6,000 people cheering for them is really revitalizing. And gives them a new purpose for why they are in PMO. They love singing, they love performing in their group, and now they're a part of something even bigger than they thought they could be in. That to me is truly gratifying. So at the end of that weekend, when I see everybody that final time in the cantata, the seniors are very emotional, and the new people they look like they have found something that they just absolutely love, that they can't wait to do again. They understood, and they feel emboldened by the challenge that they faced and tackled. So when you know you're facing something daunting and you were able to do something you didn't think you could do, as a teacher, there's nothing better than that light bulb going off and saying, I did it. I didn't know if I could face that challenge, and I tackled it and then some, and now look where I am. And people out there saw it and appreciated it. And that to me is worth the time and energy. We spend all year putting this together, and my payment, if you want to call it that, for putting in all that time is to see that light in people's eyes and their emotion in what they've accomplished. Not only the new people for what they've just accomplished, but the seniors who are so sad to see it go. They don't miss the rehearsing, but that feeling that they have on stage at the very end, that's the part that I look forward to seeing, that they truly came away with a value from that hard work. That's where they truly are learning about what they're about, is in that moment. I can do anything.